Hi, my name is Sean. I'm the president and CEO of LAPoliceGear.com. We're here at the 2008 Shotshow in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here looking for the newest and greatest tactical products coming out this year. We've definitely found that here at the Blackhawk booth. What I'd like to introduce is the Blackhawk ITS Tourniquet System. It is a life-saving system that incorporates into garments. I'm here with Dr. Rose, consultant with Blackhawk. He is the inventor of the Blackhawk ITS Tourniquet System. He's going to talk to you about this new product and explain how it works and what it's going to do for people whose lives are on the line every day. I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Rose.
Thanks. The Blackhawk Integrated Tourniquet System was designed to address the #1 cause of preventable death in the tactical environment, that of extremity bleeding. While tourniquets have been around for centuries, we've still been unable to change the preventable death rate as it's seen during war since Vietnam. That number has run about 10% of all preventable deaths have been extremity bleeding. When Blackhawk looked at that problem, we came up with the integrated tourniquet system. We realized that the problem was not having a tourniquet, but having the immediate access to a tourniquet, and no better way to do that than to integrate it into the clothing. By integrating the tourniquet into the clothing, once someone is injured, they can immediately lift a flap, flip over the carbon fiber bar, pull a strap, turn a windlass mechanism, and stop the bleeding. They can secure it, then the soldier's ready for transport or ready to get back in the fight because he hasn't lost enough blood that is going to impair his mental capacity. That's it.
So MIL-SPEC Monkey here to go over the designer comments of these new built-in tourniquet pants. And so I think the first question most people had are, how comfortable are these bad boys?
Oh, they're real comfortable. I've worn them around a lot, not only during this short, but when I travel overseas. And we have a lot of other guys that work with Blackhawk that have worn them, and friends and people that we've given to them to wear for comfort and fit. We've had real positive feedback. In fact, one former Secret Service agent said that he had women making passes at him at the airport just based on the pants he was wearing. So we're pretty pleased with that. Made his butt look good.
All right. I guess, so how about drop legs? Do they stay out of the way?
Yeah, the reason we designed these pants this way is that you could access the tourniquet even wearing a drop leg holster, a dump pouch, whatever your kit is. It was real important to be able to access the tourniquet without stripping off your gear.
Like that. Oh, great. And also see you got lower one for different wounds?
Correct. Well, what the teaching parameters that we look at are, we want to stop the bleeding, but we also want to save as much viable tissue as possible. If someone is injured, they'll activate the most proximal tourniquet immediately to stop the bleeding. Then when they're at an area where they can further evaluate their injury, say they have a foot or ankle injury, they can then use one of our, each pair of pants has a distal tourniquet where they can adjust the length to provide the maximum stump length. So if they lose their foot, they're getting a prosthesis for just their lower extremity rather than tourniqueting it high with just a foot injury and then having an above knee amputation.
I guess I hear there's kind of just been a big phase being more towards pro tourniquet in the medical industry or technical. Some people were really worried about it. It's game over once you tourniquet something, but these days, what are your feelings on that?
Well, absolutely, and there's been a lot of research on this recently because with the advent of body armor, we have an increased incidence of extremity wounds. Even enemy snipers are targeting thighs, and they know that that's a way that they can end someone's life. And with the recent research that's come out, it's showing that tourniquet times, you can go tourniquet times 2 to 4 hours with no problems as far as you're not going to lose the extremity. More importantly, if you lose your life, then it becomes a moot point. So at Blackhawk, we just thought it was best to have the tourniquets in the right place to preserve as much viable tissue as possible and also to allow the operator to continue fighting.
Great. And also when I was checking out the latest, the U.S. Army tourniquet's got this real beefy arm. If we get a close-up from here, tell me about how you feel this is enough, strong material and stuff to get this guy tight enough.
Absolutely. The average soldier or operator will tell you, don't weigh me down any more than I have to be. And a beefy arm works well, but the nice thing about the Blackhawk tourniquet is the light one works well too. We use an injected carbon fiber molding that basically puts a bar that is very strong that can be used multiple times. It's not a single-use tourniquet, so you can train with it. And it'll tourniquet off the leg and the lower extremity in as little as 8 seconds with no problems. We also have it in a shirt. In fact, for folks that are up, we have it in the upper extremity, both proximally and distally. In the shirts, they're also available in ACUs as well in our battle uniforms.
Great. Well, thanks again for going over the details with me, and hope you guys enjoyed it as well.